Alright people, don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell notification. That way you'll know when I upload the next video and you'll be supporting my channel. Follow me on Twitter. Every time I upload a new video, I'll be tweeting. Ladies and gentlemen, and this is Might and Magic 6 Re-Review Dementia Edition by the channel ssethtzeentach. Special thanks to Paul Anthony Romero. Okay, is this the guy Paul Anthony? I know that is. So re-review. So I guess he already did the 6th one. He just imagined like, oh, you know what? Let's redo it. I guess because his Might and Magic reviews are kind of 4 or 5 years old. So yeah, I hope one by one he does re-review all of them. Because obviously all of his videos are great, but newer ones are kind of awesome. So yeah, that's always fun. This is a newer one. This is from 2021. So yeah. Remember, if you like my reaction, don't forget to like, subscribe, so I know which type of videos to react to more. Check out the reaction, there's a link in the description. Check out the cards, check the cards, and yeah, let's watch it.
Hey people, it's Paul Anthony Romero here.
Hey people, Seth here. Shout out to my man, Paul Anthony Romero, the actual composer for the entire Might and Magic series. He made like 9 takes of this intro. Bless your autism. Today, we're doing 2 things for the first time. One, I'm re-reviewing Might and Magic 6, The Mandate of Heaven. Why?
I like how people who made Might and Magic, even they realize, okay, Seth's reviews, you know, whatever they are, right? Whether it's positive or negative, they're really helping Might and Magic series.
Because my original wasn't very good, so I took it down. Completely unrelated, but it also featured hardcore pornography in the first few milliseconds. 2, I'm not actually reviewing Might and Magic 6. I'm reviewing Might and Magic 6 inside Might and Magic 8. Listen, it's complicated. Some time ago, a madman decided to merge Might and Magic 6, 7, and 8 inside the Might and Magic 8 engine, and mod the shit out of it. How does it work? No idea. My coding experience is limited.
Would you like to buy something? See ya, cheapskate.
But it's very fun. All you need is a copy of Might and Magic 8 Day of a Destroyer from GOG and to follow the instructions linked below. Right, let's get to the meat of it. Seth, why you playing a bunch of first-person RPGs more than 2 decades old?
I don't know.
Because nostalgia is a hell of a drug. And
yeah, about the mod thing, this is like a similar how people are trying to create Oblivion and Morrowind, right? In the Skyrim engine or something like that. I think, yeah, it's kind of similar to that.
My emotional cortex is holding me hostage, falsely associating the first time I ever played these games with the positive connotations of being a child. That's why I'm here right now, walking through a gray-brown corridor, searching for a tiny button on the wall the color of puke that will help me access the next part of this endless, featureless abyss. That's also why there's grown-ass men out there wearing Zelda t-shirts in public, because they played before life got complicated, and they relate it to a simpler time. Before mom and dad got divorced, before dad caught yellow fever, and came back with a new mommy from the Philippines. The mod, titled World of Enroth, lets you start in any one of the free games, allows you to travel across worlds, and complete all the storylines.
I suppose you'll be wanting Satterface. Don't mind the rats.
The lore explanation for this is that the other 2 groups of heroes have been accidentally written out of time. This might sound ridiculous. On the other hand, I'm in a universe where I'm spending all my time getting the approval of the medieval United Nations so I can visit their oracle downstairs, which is actually an ancient supercomputer you have to restore by finding all 4 of its RAM sticks. So it can give you the prophecy that you will visit the oracle and return upstairs with an ancient weapon that will help expel the devils from Enroth. A fucking gun, which comes in 2 flavors, gun and gun with capitalization.
Blaster rifle. Yeah, if your storyline is like that, you know, ancient computer who's also an oracle. So you can have, you know, super weapon type of thing that you can kill demons and things like that. Of course, modder's gonna think, you know what, I can pull this story off. Yeah, other protagonists are written off, I guess. That's how you can jump through the worlds.
Now, before I go on to explain that angels in Heroes of Might and Magic 3 are actually synthetic androids, or that devils are actually a race of aggressively expansionist aliens, and that the reason we're inside a medieval fantasy setting is because we nuked ourselves and took out the entire interplanetary Stargate network to slow their advance, I'll make the quick point that the actual lore of this game is insane enough already. Let's talk about gameplay. First and foremost, check this out. We got mouse look. I don't have to press page up, page down each time I want to rotate my neck, because where in the latest engine, you can have 5 party members, which can be swapped out and replaced at any time. For my current party, we started in Might and Magic 6. Why? Because they got the best portraits, and one of them looks like Johnny Depp. Just look at his bright smile as he murders an entire crowd of women. You can complete the games with any combination of party members. But who am I kidding? No, you can't. There's shit out there that turns you to stone, gives you autism, causes schizophrenia, induces narcolepsy, goblinization, smallpox, death, and eradication. Do you know the difference between death and eradication? With death, you still got a body to revive. With eradication, there is not a single atom left of your body. Good luck medicating a lack of existence. Thus, I strongly recommend you get a cleric and a sorcerer. Others...
Ooh, alright. This is an older style game, right? I mean, in the late 90s, where you actually have to think about your party, not just, fuck it, I'll just take whoever looks good, I guess. No, you have to think about your team. You can't just, willy-nilly just pick anyone. Allow this element. If you don't know what the fuck you're doing and your teammates are not good enough, have certain special abilities, you're gonna get fucked on the field. Like, you can't do nothing. You have certain people who need to revive, basically again have attributes against a different type of damage or something.
Claim you can survive with just a druid, but here's a hypothetical. Somebody dies, the druid can revive them. The druid dies, the druid can't revive them because he is dead. Immediately upon starting the game, you're going to click the left wall of a bank, take a scroll of fly, pop it, and fly to the top of a smuggler's guild. Do try to be quick, or you're going to find out what that little tower up there does. Click the wall and teleport yourself to a fucking endgame area where you're going to quickly evade all the dragons, get inside the shrine, and get a permanent plus 20 to all of your attributes. Then hug the inner wall and keep smashing left click until you teleport again. Imagine being so based that you program in a 1-to-1 replica of your development office. Include all the staff and
Hold up there. How is somebody supposed to know that? Is it is hidden things that you can just go to a wall and teleport, you can go to a wall, there's a scroll there somehow.
and include your boss as a fucking goblin you kill inside his office. Because that's exactly what the staff of New World Computing did. Walk inside the office, go to the payroll desk, pay yourself a salary. You deserve it. Go to the canteen, load up on food, eat some curry, get food poisoning. Don't worry, we'll get revenge on the ones responsible very soon. Walk inside John Van Cannigam's office, become afraid, but you can't be fired. You quit. Smack him dead, walk to the promotion desk and give your entire party a mega buff which will last for as long as you're able to stay awake. That's fine, because we don't need sleep. Teleport out of the office, run. Hug the outer left wall of a shrine and keep smashing left click. Teleport back to the starting town. Now, you're going to go on a rampage and
Okay, so that was something like a developer room or something?
kill everything on the map. Don't stop until you're done. If sleep deprivation kicks in, rub caffeine powder directly into your eyes. Once it's all over, congratulations. You've essentially skipped the entire start of Might and Magic 6. The world is your oyster.
Rotten hell, you penny-pinching miser.
As you can tell, I play this shit way too much. However, the mod can still surprise me. You might get a side quest in the beginning to return a certain candelabra to a certain cult. Don't do it. My reputation tumbled to the negative hundreds, all because I returned a single menorah to the cult of Ba. It does make sense, since the cult is trying to directly usurp the king. How do they plan to do that? By offering cheap and affordable healthcare. I know, it makes me sick to my stomach. They even laugh maniacally each time I walk out, knowing full well I won't have to sell my house or my children to pay for treatment. As a result, every guard in every city tries to reduce the
He stays Bernie Sanders' head as the guy is standing inside the cult. Alright, I like how in this one, reputation system works that way. I mean, you don't even know what the fuck you're doing. Oh, I'm supposed to just, return this, candle thing. And then realize, oh, wait a bit, these are the people who are enemy of king. Now everybody fucking hates me.
number of limbs I possess. This might not sound too bad, except reputation directly controls the price of everything. Positive rep lets you buy and sell at 100% of a real value. Negative rep reduces the sell price of anything to a single gold coin. However, the cost of buying anything will keep increasing forever, because negative reputation is an infinite spiral. So you can't sell shit, but you can't buy anything either. The only way out of it is to bribe the church. Unfortunately, donations are now a lot more charitable. I'm not talking a loose change kind of charity. I'm talking...
I like the real world element into this one. This is what happens in real world too. Once you are in the hole, it's nearly impossible to come out of hole. This is the same shit, I saw the John Oliver episode about the people who visit the prison system constantly. I mean, if you're in prison and you have no money, they charge you more because you have no money. But you have no money, so it's just an endless spiral.
Talking Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation kind of charity. The cheapest donation is 150 G's for a single point of reputation, and we need 200. I don't have that kind of cash, so I reload my game and pretend it never happened. Except it did, and I saved over it, so I can't go back. Later in the game, I went to the Superior Temple of Ba and accidentally did a mini quest for them. Do not talk to that fucking head. Listen, I had something like 400 positive reputation. Let me show you how much I have now. Yeah, it's at a healthy negative 1400.
Holy shit. So wait a minute. You can't play as a negative reputation guy. I mean, now you're evil. Fuck it. You can't play it like that. I mean, yeah, it's gonna be hard since you can't sell things. People are gonna offer literally 1 gold, right? I mean, just, put in the system where nobody wants to buy anything. That makes more sense rather than, some expensive stuff. They just offer 1 gold, because by that point, it's just criminal right there. And anything you want to buy, 82,000. Holy shit. Look at the difference. This is like you can't climb out of the hole, right? Because your reputation is way too negative. And you can't do any kind of bargaining and make money. And you need money to jump up the reputation. That's a weird fucking place. I love that element.
I did some quick math, and I'm here to tell you, I can't afford shit. Luckily, when you jump across time and space, reputation doesn't follow. There's many locations where you can dimension door across worlds, but I found out I can just drink all the water in this fountain and take the secret express route. So I went to Might and Magic 8, got myself a member of the chosen people, and came right back. Now, nobody questions me. War crimes? Don't know any. I've grandmastered the merchant arts, my hustle is supreme, and you will pay me a fair price for these shoes. Besides these 2 little hiccups, everything else in the mod works perfectly. Graphics have been upscaled to fit modern resolutions, which is great since you'll be spending
technically, if you're going to teleport to a whole another planet, I mean, people are going to cut you a slack now, right?
of your time staring at pixels. The only stuff which isn't baked in textures is the pre-rendered scenes in the shops, houses, and taverns across the game. These still look really good for something made a century ago. Personally, I like to go drinking in Shadowspire. They know how to treat their elvish compatriots, because they've got one in the fucking chandelier. There's now extra options to increase render distance and to turn on the weather, which, under every circumstance I've ever pressed it, makes it impossible to see shit. The music is delightful, as always. I never talk seriously about this, but Might and Magic has an insane soundtrack. This shit is designed to unsettle you, and I love it. Also, the sound is crisp, and it's really crispy each time you take a boat. Might and Magic is a game with a simple thesis. Violence solves everything. In this game, we shoot first and justify it later. For example, Misty Islands. I need you to investigate an organization for evidence of corruption. How do we do that? We break in, we murder everyone. We find a single scroll that says we're corrupt, and we get justification for our preemptive massacre. That doesn't mean the game is simplistic. Compare the size and...
There is no quest where you actually murder everyone and then realize that there is no scroll. We were wrong to begin with. Reputation tanks now.
complexity of the average Might and Magic 6 dungeon to the average cave in Skyrim. No comparison. Many quests and dungeons in this game will drive you insane. What's that? You didn't realize that scroll of telekinesis on the floor was...
Come on, but to be honest, in Skyrim, caves are not that big of a thing, right? As compared to the whole game. I mean, caves are part of it, but not as the previous Elder Scrolls, where caves are really important. But yeah, caves could have been better. I mean, they put way too much detail into stuff. There are, you know, some small storylines here and there that people still are finding after 10 years. They find some scroll at some edge, realize there's a whole story behind it. All this detail, you couldn't make a fucking complex cave system.
Random loot and actually was meant to activate an unreachable button you accidentally missed, and now you sold the scroll? Sounds like a personal problem. Did you just dive into a series of dwarven tombs without recording the steps you took, which may be necessary in case you ever want to leave? And my personal favorite, would you like to promote your monk into a ninja? Then I hope you like cryptography, because oh boy, I got a cipher puzzle for you. Luckily, people have suffered through this shit 2 decades before you, so the suffering is optional. This game has something for everyone. For 12-year-old me, this game was all about going to the wine cellar in Tatalia, killing the necromancers there, and reanimating them so I could look at their ass. Please understand, this was before we had internet. I didn't know any better, so I had to make do. It's like Plato's allegory of a cave, except in this cave, everyone's a degenerate. If necromancers weren't available, my next best option was genies, medusas, and, if I'm very desperate, water elementals. Listen, you don't know how tough you got it until you're looking at a fish and you're thinking to yourself, damn, that's a pretty good looking fish. Like I said, this game has something for everyone. So here's a list of features to entice the general public. Explore immersive, magical landscapes, which are composed of about 10 polygons. What did you expect? It runs on a 300 megahertz processor. Your refrigerator could probably run this game twice. Adventure
Seriously.
through dark, grainy corridors, where the best way to navigate is by muscle memory, which you don't have.
Wait a minute, can you play these games on mobiles? Because I'm pretty sure mobile are damn strong enough to play these games now, right? They're 3 gigahertz mobile, right? Mobile processors are 3 gigahertz and around that. And nowadays, obviously, processors are even more powerful. But even 4 years ago, whatever mobile was can probably play this. So can you officially play this on some Android or iOS or whatever?
Acquire objectively better gear. Throw it away, because a real man dresses for fashion over function. Commit violence against
Damn
everyone
straight.
equally without discrimination. Originally, this game produced a lot of controversy after a Might and Magic player smacked dead a Hindu, believing he was a follower of Ba. Hard to believe, but
Holy
true.
shit.
And if you let me edit the wiki article, I can prove it too. Real talk, this game is actually quite endearing. The developers pretty much went around and asked people, yo, you want to be in a video game? Sweet. I'll make you a gypsy. That's why most of the portraits are actually real people. Dig through piles of trash. Catch STIs in the process. Drink from strange water sources. Get mutilated by a fucking minotaur. Go through the whole game in real time because you're not an arthritic old man. And switch to turn-based mode whenever it's more convenient. Abuse turn-based mode to
Understand it's all magical setting, might and magic, alright? So whenever you do anything that is unknown, there is some kind of mysterious thing around it, right? You drink water and you feel strange. What was in the water? Things like that.
fly up and down between animations and dodge every attack. Why touch the ground when you can just fly above the world and cast Meteor Shower all day? Honestly, why would you even go into a dungeon when you can just buy all the items in town and enchant them for 10 times the original price? Learn the value of different skills, such as
Oops.
Disarm Trap. Assert your dominance by yelling at the peasantry and forcing them to run through your magical minefield. Any death or injury is purely accidental. Besides, even if they do die, we can just reanimate them. No harm, no foul. Run around town and recruit the only 2 useful NPCs, an accountant and a banker, which take 5 and 10% of your earnings, but increase them by 10 and 20. In this game, there's no income tax, but there is tax on inheritance, and you pay that each time you die. How much exactly? 100%. Avoid that by storing your capital inside the Dark Elvish Central Bank.
Your gold is safe with us.
Visit the arena. Participate in the
trustable guy.
arena, especially at low levels, where you'll be spending your time killing cats and strangling chickens. Visit the circus. They're always on tour.
Yeah, so see the basically in a Skyrim dungeon hunting system that is supposed to be rewarding, right? Bandits, hunting bandits, bounties, dungeons, hunting things. That thing always sucks. I mean, when the game starts and you start doing that, right? I mean, you realize after grinding like shit for a long time, you don't have anything, right? Anything of value, because even if you find weapons, they're not going to worth anything at the start, right? Especially your bargaining skills sucks, and overall you don't find anything that is really valuable. But then realize, oh wait a minute, I can craft things now, I can enchant things, right? I can create potions. They are going to be what, 50 million times more costly than anything you'll find. So immediately everything falls apart. You don't hunt dungeons now or anything, right? If you're gonna go through all the dungeons now, all the caves and shit, right, it's only for to find some hidden storyline. There is no purpose for you to go there. You're not going to go to a Jarl and say, I want a bounty, because who gives a shit, right? There's a entire bandit camp that is harassing the whole fucking town, and they're gonna give you what scraps to kill entire bandit camp there with all the bandits and the leader. I mean, I really, and I can just go to some blacksmith, right? Create some kind of a dagger or something, just refine it, and that I'm gonna get more money than I would get with bounties and this shit. So in Might and Magic, at least it's rewarding to go through caves and shit, and then you can realize, wait a minute, I can create things that is gonna is gonna be more worth than going through all the fucking hassle of going through caves and shit. But at least it's similar between Skyrim and Might and Magic.
In one of the three most popular holiday destinations of the world, Werewolf Town, Undead Town, and of course, tropical islands filled with cannibals. Disclaimer: if you don't want to see hardcore pixelated gore of cannibalized women, don't go to Bootleg Bay. Conversely, if you're into that stuff, go to Bootleg Bay, cast Armageddon, nuke the entire map, and kill everyone in town. Lose not a single point of reputation. Sell a single human bone to a private collector. Lose 5. Actually enjoy the world and get immersed into it, despite the fact that none of this shit makes sense. In conclusion, I give this mod and all the games merged inside it a childhood out of 10. I'm extremely biased, and I know it. Remember, you only need Might and Magic 8 for the mod to work. But if you're interested, I hustled my man at GOG to put all the Might and Magic games on sale. Follow my link and you get discounts on all of them. As always, more content to come, so stay tuned. A warm thanks to the many members of the Merchants Guild generously funding and bankrolling these videos. Except this one, it's also a freebie. You're all truly wonderful.
Yeah, I love this, right? This whole thing was incredible. Yeah, look, to me, at the latest, I mean, I played older Elder Scrolls 2, don't remember shit of it because I was very small. Only thing I can properly remember is Skyrim, because the unique time it came, right around that time, I had way too much time on my hand and I played the shit out of that. So Skyrim is really, it's really fresh on my mind even after 10 years. So I can use that to think about things. And Might and Magic, the way he says how you can hunt dungeons and caves and make money, then realize that, wait a minute, I can create and craft stuff different way, and that's gonna be worth more. That is similar to Skyrim, but in the Skyrim, like I said, it just all sucks. The hunting and bountings and shit doesn't make any sense. It's not worth anything. There are lots of caves and small things, miscellaneous things here and there that you would basically skip in any day because it's not rewarding at all. I mean, I understand that obviously crafting and enchanting is going to be more worthful than anything else, right? But it has to be somewhat rewarding, otherwise why the fuck would you even touch it? So yeah, but Might and Magic seems really good game, man, especially the 6th one in here, and obviously with the modded thing with the Might and Magic 8 engine and how it's all integrated together. And that thing he said, how you can jump through worlds and your reputation is now 0 normal. I guess you can see that as a feature, because otherwise it's just fucked up. Your reputation is minus 1500. Now you need money to increase the reputation. You don't have any money because you can't sell shit. Nobody's paying you anything, right? That's just a weird loophole. That's just fucked up. But I hope you can play the game with a negative reputation and being a negative guy now. Loot shit, be evil, right? You don't have to sell anything, because why would you sell when you can just take type of mentality? That would create another RPG element to it. Alright people, if you like my reaction, don't forget to subscribe, check out the reaction, this link in the description, check out the cards, and yeah, I'll see you next time.